Hello. Sometimes when you're using a print uh, feature, uh, your sentence gets a little too long for your screen. Say, you say, you should go to the dentist if your tooth still hurts tomorrow. What do you think? Now, if we continue on the line, it's hard to see what's happening here. So what we can do is break this into two sections where first let's just run it so we'll see what it looks like. So it just runs it as normal. However, if we want to do that, but make it so you can still see it on the screen, what we can do is we can end this here and hit plus and go to this next row and uh, and make another beginning um, parenthesis, or not parenthesis, quotes. So now when we run it, we get the same result. Now, one thing to keep in mind is when you do this, see how tooth and still are next to each other? There's a couple things we can do if it's a print statement. If it's a print statement, we can put a comma in there, and if we put a comma, then it separates it out and leaves a little space. Another thing we could do is just put a space on the second one and do a plus. Now this also works with an input statement. So if I do input, that's meaning you want them to say something or type something in. If I hit run, it works fine. However, in the input statement, if we have input and we use comma, it thinks we're looking for something else. So when I do this, you're going to get a uh, an error. So when you're dealing with input, make sure you use the notation with the plus, and then make sure you have a space in between it. And this way, you can read the whole code without having to page to the right and then miss the other code on the left. So it lets you just scroll up and down and be able to read the whole code.